All the spirals there. I don't think it's up to 30. But so something like that's incredible. Well, this advice is legit. It's important. If you if you have your hands on something, you think it's good, and it appears the whole world is against you, don't give up. Don't give up. Polishing your craft, getting better at what you're doing. At the end of the day, as long, even if it may not be up to 16 years, or it could be more, it will turn out good. It always does. If you're persistent, you persevere, you become good. So Spiral's right. The grind will pay.
This is like this block that like that's the it must not go off. If it's off,
Oh, this red light.
yes.
Oh,
If
okay.
it that's the reason why last week I think we didn't get called because I don't know. That box is faulty, so the light must always be on.
Why don't you push it inside more?
Because people
You can easily
sometimes
hit it. Those two are my own now. I put it inside. Yeah. So in trying to use, some people will pull it out to use
yeah.
it.
So
It's even possible that somebody may kick it
yes,
because one person wrote that maybe the, the lawyer kicked the wire. No, that's a possibility of that. Thank you, Olumide. Our next story is it's a sad one. A Tokwe Alabi gospel star has paid tribute to veteran singer Tong Shoeto, who has died at 73. Described as a spiritual mother in gospel music, Shoeto's career spanned over 4 decades, with classics like Darling Jesus. Her life, from a Muslim upbringing to a devoted Christian ministry, leaves a lasting legacy in Nigeria's gospel scene. I can attest to the fact that she's a wonderful, very calm, quiet. I think I had an interview with her many years ago. So we say Adeu, may her soul rest well. Don't show it. Our next story is a story of a combative woman. Remi Surutu, Nollywood actress, has revealed she faced harsh online attacks during the 2023 elections for supporting President Bola Tinubu. She said trolls even blamed her for her daughter's death, yet she remained resolute in her political stance. Ruto used the moment to encourage civic participation, insisting no one should be intimidated for exercising their voting rights. Of course, no one should be. No one should feel it, and no one should react to it or succumb to intimidation because of a political choice. Right? The problem is lovers of a particular artist are always embarrassed. I mean, always disappointed when the one they love choose something different from their own affiliation. But that is life. You cannot will. She didn't force you, or he didn't force you, or whoever the artist force you to love her or admire her work. You chose to. You cannot then expect her or him to flow in the same stream politically that you are in. You just have to give the people the right to choose who they want to follow or who they want to support. You know, alluding to her daughter's death, it's a little bit politics. I don't like politics. Hmm. I'm in a fast track, so we don't waste time going back and forth. This is about Pella, popular streamer. Pella is facing a 395 million lawsuit over alleged defamation and invasion of privacy. A Lagos woman claims he filmed and insulted her without consent during a public altercation, with the video later going viral. Her lawyers are demanding damages, a public apology in two national newspapers on all streams that the viral video featured in. The lawyers are demanding they're demanding all that and immediate removal of the content. Warning legal action will proceed if terms are not met. I think it was a January, I think 6th January post. We went to a cafe or a lounge, and the woman who was there to on the queue to order something. They started shouting, and the woman stepped aside. It was any chaos. And they went to her and started saying, allegedly, they say, shouting and saying, why did she move? This is it. Before you know, words like stupid, like oloriburuku, or all sorts of words, horrible words like that kept flowing. And I was so embarrassed. He sought a lawyer's help. Hmm. I think subsequently, I think about 3 days after, he made another, video apologizing for his behavior, that saying it was unfortunate that it wasn't like that. That was his personality to do that. But that's why he shouts all over the place. I don't know about the words about there. He shouts all over the place. He should learn. Young man, I don't think he's up to 20. He's so young and so blessed and so vulnerable and so sometimes erratic. You need to repurpose your packages. Not everyone wants to be in video, whether viral or not. For instance, I will resent anyone trying to make me join. I mean, be part of your video or your drama and all that. Give people space. If they say no, then say accept it and move on. You don't need to be cussing, abusive, and all sorts. I hope they are not the bad million. Even if you cut it down, the beats abuse is a hefty money. The lawyers also want about 20 million for their legal fees. So even when they settle out of court, at least nothing less than 50 million. Well, so his fans say he can afford that. Hello, good morning, Akindamola Adeboye. It's,
Good
it's a
morning, Uncle Fudge.
good morning,
Good
isn't
morning,
it?
Uncle
How
Fudge.
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good to see you. We haven't
Good
seen
to see you too,
Damola
sir.
for like 2 weeks, thereabout. Okay, I'm on entertainment digest, getting over the stories. I'm sure you'll be listening to us, and you can chip in subsequently. Our next story is a good one. It's a good one for those who follow Nigerian music, and we do here. Music streaming platform Spotify says Nigerian artists generated over 60 billion naira in 2025 alone. The report highlights a surge in global reach with billions of streams and growing influence of independent and female artists. The figures underline Nigeria's rising dominance in global music as local talent continues to gain both international acclaim and strong home support. Wow, that's a very big one, Damola. 60
Yeah,
billion
massive, massive, massive.
is
I
massive.
was just reading. I was reading this morning about a pharmaceutical company in Denmark, Novo Nordisk, and contributed a massive amount of money to their GDP, and this is going the same way. The only thing I have is that Well, it's if the government is up and doing, and they are taxing the people on this generated income, think the people themselves should not wait for anybody. They should also be up and doing in holding the government up to their responsibility, because
Yeah.
we have uh, we have a thing about hero worship here. We are looking for one savior
Hmm.
to come and I mean, let's all come out together. Let's all hold them responsible.
Let's hold them accountable. If you
Accountable,
give
yeah.
the money,
Let's
you ask for how the money is spent. Yeah.
spend. And
Yeah.
it's let's not be selfish about this. It's not about it's my brother, it's my cousin, it's our turn.
Yeah.
It's about everybody, because everybody keeps on getting selfish. That you know that brings me to that popular equipment we have in our house. I better pass my neighbor. Everybody wants to be better
Mm.
pass his neighbor. It
Mm.
is selfish. Abroad, everybody, you just sit down with what you have earned with your income. You can plan over years and stuff like that. One, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was saying it on this platform that most of us are just a major sickness away from poverty,
Yeah.
just one,
Yeah.
and we will know that we
Yeah.
don't have anything. So rather than go that way of hope, let's just hold the government
Mm.
accountable. Whatever they are
Mm.
supposed
Hold
to be
them
responsible for,
definitely.
let them be responsible for it.
Yes. Yes. One more story and then we go on break. Tony Abraham bags box office honor. Nollywood star Tony Abraham has been honored with the Box Office Champion Award by the National Film and Video Censors Board, following her film Over Sabi Auntie, crossing the 1 billion mark. The feat makes her the first debut director to achieve this in Nigerian cinema. Industry stakeholders have described it as a historic milestone and all that. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
good. It's great. I was just wondering, maybe I'll call the chairman of NFBCB data, uh, Hussein Sulaiman.
I think,
Yeah,
it's around there.
she's why she's giving this? Is it because the deputy director? Because the other woman also had fantastic beats. In fact, he had about 3 or 4 blockbusters. And I didn't hear
Yes,
the,
yes.
the census board giving her anything. I
Yeah,
suspect
they said the
the
other woman sir, didn't. The other woman was not a debut director when she made that when she had
but
all those
crossing that
records.
mark is what it was celebrating. I understand and I
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
this because it's our first work, you know. But that also, I mean, somebody's drawing over 2 billion. I
I
don't know.
mean, Uncle Fagili,
That's
this
outstanding.
is and this is another inspirational story. Toyin just came out, rebranded herself, and became focused, and she's having all these accolades now. Down the years, we knew what was happening, and chaotic around her, crisis here and there, and all of a sudden she just
Mm.
rebranded, and it's an inspirational one. It's a motivational one, and I like it. I celebrate the woman in her.
Yeah,
It's a-
I think so. What be digest. Thank you. I think that's one of Abraham's admirers there. Oh my. How is business going? I see that you are into estate, real estate now.
Yes, 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 yes. It's one
I'm,
of the
I'm
side
seeing
hustles we are.
100 million
But
get this, 50 million this. I say, my guy is in money now. When is this?
Ah, we are we are looking all around for clients, also, of course, but it's something worth doing. It's something worth doing, and we want to bring integrity into the place so that we keep
Yeah,
on. we keep on having stories of fake agents and stuff like that one. So
doing
that with
defrauding
our
and all
name,
that. Yeah,
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 so that with the name we have, we could do something good out there.
it is true. All the best, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Uncle Faj, where are the rest of the gang?
I don't know. I'm
The
saying,
rest of the gang.
there. Omolara is having exam. Uh,
Okay.
Isipe is in between jobs, so she's a little bit
Wow.
stressed for that. Um, who else? Bosun hopefully will join us
Alex.
later. Alex
Yeah.
is when he wakes up, is so much on the training circuit, so you don't know whether it's in Lagos or in the north or in the east. He's always traveling
Okay.
to work and all that.
That's nice. And how are you coping with this power situation, sir?
Ah, I God though. Although my area is fairly okay, it's just that they take it a lot. They return, they take it, they return. They could take it like 10 times a day. So, but averagely, we're okay. It could be better, but we're okay.
Hmm.
Okay, we're going back. You're welcome back, and this is still the Vintage Talk Show. We're on entertainment bits, and this is a sad one from Delta. The police in Delta, as in Delta states, have arrested 5 persons, including the community head and the organizer of a festival, Nozoro, over an alleged sexual assault during the Ozoro festival. Viral videos showed women being attacked and harassed, sparking widespread outrage online. Authorities and the state government have condemned the act, stressing that no cultural practice justifies abuse and promising that all culprits will face justice. I didn't watch the video. I saw snippets. I mean, like pictorial evidence and all that. Women being harassed. I think the festival is designed that women should not come out or something. Because some people don't have didn't have sufficient information about the itinerary or even about the event or the festival. And
No, no, no,
unfortunately, they found them on the road and they were stripped, harassing them and tearing their clothes and all sorts in public. Young men
yeah,
doing
yeah.
on women.
I
Horrible.
I read about it yesterday, and a friend on social media tried and investigated, and a statement was was released by the community at the royal house of the community, and it's unfortunate. I believe those young men have taken what they are not supposed to take. They were high because the festival didn't connote anything of such at all. It was just a fertility festival, and thank God for social media. They were just caught in the act. Thank God for social media because it happens. I could remember the last time your festival we had in Lagos. Some people were out to ferment trouble, or Eyo was not to ferment trouble, but some people were actually preparing. They were out to ferment trouble, and yeah. So and that is what happened in our community, and it's a sad one because it is not in the culture of that community. It is not in the culture. We investigate and it is not in the culture. It was just a fertility festival. Everybody was supposed to come out, have a good time, and go back in. But those young men, I believe they had a plan. They had a plan.
For clarity, are you saying it's a fest? Are you saying it's a fertility festival? So why do they? Why did they discounting, or why did they say women will not be part of it? Or is that
no. I know
because
that's
women are not supposed to be there. What's it about?
No. Women are supposed to be part of it. Women are supposed to be part of it.
Why should women not be involved?
No, women are supposed to. That's a false narration, sir. Women are supposed to be part of it. It's anything fertility. It involves women, and like we learned, yeah. So it's women were supposed to be part of it. Well, I think it was that attack was premeditated. I think so. That attack was premeditated.
Oh, I see.
They are just caught in the act.
You all face,
and
thank God for
social media.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank God for social media, and I know they are going to go in for it. Yeah. Thank God for social media. It was just premeditated.
They've already arrested about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
You know? It's so sad. Okay. Oh, I have some call on. Let me try the line. I pray it works this morning. Hello, good morning. Hey, good morning. It's working. We had a horrible time last week. Hey, okay. It was horrible. It was horrible. Almost 25 attempts. No way. But glad to have you.
The biggest issue in that is for me. And the ones that give children, how God that gives children, then you start harassing women.
Yeah.
You know, don't know why everything women do.
Yeah.
The talk of mutilation the women. The talk of festivals, both south, west, here, even the one you talked about, everywhere is the women.
Yeah.
So where is the woman's right? And most of these things, government can stop them. The traditional rulers were on their own, and today they are under government.
Yeah.
And most of these things also, let's speak fast. It is because of what is happening at the top. Are you aware now that even in Lagos, the trans campaign don't belong to the APC, Nedu, and some other states, and these people, the traditionalists or whatever you call them in the Delta State, they are looking at the government. The government should ban that festival today. We will be able to operate. But do you remember the Giraland? There is a festival they call Kochi Festival. That's where within that country. You know that festival was so brutal that government had to ban it.
Wow.
So I'm saying that you don't give what you don't have. It's from the top. It's what they see them do at the top. Okay, now how many of them have been arrested?
Yeah, about 6 of them.
Okay. You said?
About 6 of them.
Only 6. Let's see what will happen. They need to be arrested, and we don't need to encourage impunity in our society. Honestly, women are suffering.
Yeah, they are.
When they start their own festival, when you are coming out, they see women, they harass them, they begin to whip them and all of that. So that, that we need the society
to anybody. Right. Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. Thank you. Just as the Delta State government re-echoed, there is no cultural right, there is no traditional right that's over and above human rights. We all need to, to step out of this problem. Another caller. Hello, good morning. Okay, keep at it. Let's move on to the next story. This, um, Damola, I'm sure you heard what our last caller said was incensed about the fact that there's so much levity, so much room. I don't believe that what you said about that there's so much restriction. People don't allow that one party, the ruling party, will not allow others to operate in the state. You mentioned Lagos and those states. I don't believe that is right or possible. That you won't allow people to campaign because you rule the state. It's not right. It's not. They can't use force to rule people, and you can't exclude people from political engagement. It's not right. I hope it is not true. I hope
No,
it
no,
is not true. Not
I
in our darling lady.
no, Uncle Fad, people have forgotten that just how many years ago we have been under so much military rule that when we came into democracy, we've forgotten where we are coming from, so that we don't
We're
know
still
that
operating.
we are just evolving. We are so much exposed, but the truth of the matter is that we are young. We are just evolving. Some people have it in them, and until we reiterate it again and again and again, and we make it a culture,
Again,
we will never get it right. We need
please,
to again and
thank
again
you. It's true.
tell
You're right.
people this is what is right.
Reorientating them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot
Please,
of
let us say it again. Government at all.
orientation again.
People have a right to their space, to their choice,
Yes,
to their to express themselves within certain standard, within reason. So
and
nobody should be molested or alarmed.
I don't believe, sir, that canceling anything would actually work, because when we start canceling our culture, then we'll now go to church. We'll start banning churches, because this, yeah,
Those are
this
extreme cases. But you
this
see,
yeah
you
these are
remember,
happening
your
these are
masquerade
happening in churches.
was stopped for many years. You remember, your masquerade was stopped for many years. In the 70s, when we were much younger, we used to go to Ireland just to celebrate the area. I know
Yes,
it was
just to,
all fun. But it became
I
brutal.
remember then on the bridge. We will stand on the bridge and we'll be watching you and stuff like that. And it was a spectacle. I thank God that of course they brought it back, and of course, but people will always find a way of fomenting trouble in all these things. People will always find a way.
Please,
They,
let's be
it's
civil.
just
We're
like
not in
it's just like
military.
football oligarchism. Some people don't want to watch the match. They just want the fight. No matter what
Because
happens, they just want the
chaos.
fight. Yeah, they just want the chaos. They just want the crisis everywhere. We should understand this,
Okay,
and the government should be up
let's
and doing and do its job.
okay, let's quickly run over the next few stories. It says actress and media personality Bisola Ayola has revealed she initially felt ashamed after becoming pregnant outside of marriage. She said the situation was difficult, especially given her own upbringing by a single mother. However, she has since embraced her journey, expressing deep love for her daughter and reflecting on personal growth and acceptance over time. It's a tough world. It's a tough world. She needs to check it so it doesn't go into next generation. You know how Yoruba call Egun delay. You know, he fell into the same trap, and she should work hard so that our daughter does not fall into the same trap. And there will be no need to be ashamed of your conduct. Hmm. Uh, I appreciate her coming out to share some of these things. Okay, Damola will like this. It says, filmmaker Wale Adenuga has dismissed claims by actor Abiodun Ayoyinka, known as Papa Ajasco, that he is broke. Adenuga described the statement as misleading, insisting the actor has benefited from years of support and is not restricted from other jobs, aside from protecting the brand name. He urged the public to disregard what he called the misinformation. And he asked, what did you do with his gratuities? What did you do with it? Ayoyinka left the service of Lagos State a few years ago. But I thought the whole thing was just silly. Claiming you were paid 2,500 in
It's
the
just
90s.
it's just
You,
emotional. It's just emotional blackmail, sir. It's just with our anyowness.
yes, I
Emotionally,
wrote somewhere,
emotionally, I'm with him. Emotionally, I'm with.
ignorance. Uh,
But legally, I know
you've worked for
the
it.
man copyrighted and registered the
It is his
character.
own creation.
Papa just it's his own
It's
creation. So
Adenuga's creation. He created it.
yeah,
You can't
it's
claim it
intellectual
now.
right.
You can't. Yeah, I think it was just ill advised and ill informed, really, for what Ayoyinka said and claimed. You were offered a service, you accepted, you were paid for more than 15 years. You served under
Yes,
that, and so you ended up being paid 50,000. Yes, you are. If you consider the escalation of pay of information, inflation, and everything, yeah. If you have problem, you stop working. And move on
yeah.
to better
You resign and move
fields.
on to the next job.
I think it was just yanking off. Okay. Bosun is trying to join us. Let me move on to. I think I have one more story. Uh, aha! I would like to read this. Afolayan, actor Aremu Afolayan has apologized after backlash over comments downplaying insecurity uh, and economic hardship. He clarified that his remarks were misunderstood and acknowledged the reality of the situation. Following the criticism, he also announced his withdrawal.
Ah.
Hello, Agabi.
Also,
Morning, boss. Ekujo meta.
good morning. Yeah, I just got Pelu. The
Ogwele
network is
ko.
dealing with us already again. You
It
know,
was last week. Last week was worse.
I learned to. I learned to.
No calls came in. The calls will come. And in fact, we now turned it into a joke. This well. Say I want to say electronic voting, Lily.
Uh, uh, I think they are playing with us because they are deploying with this fiber optic this thing, and
No,
this they want to force you to go and use one, and then they will make it seem as if one is not working.
it's our
But
country.
I don't
God will
believe
help us. But it never used to be this bad now.
that. And it's a gameplay because if you are Nigerian and you sit down very well and you look very well, you know what is at play because they want everybody to switch to that fiber optic stuff. It's
Really?
cheaper for them.
Wow. Do we go off and come back? Aboma join one.
Milkbo,
Do we go off and come back so you can realign?
I thought he was going to.
The studio is off. They might have to reboot.
Ah, yeah.
The network went off. I don't know. So please tell them to come back. Bosun was in before. The network. Sorry. It's only Bosun in it. He needs back. Damola, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Damola, can you hear me?
I can hear you. The
Damola, can
the
you hear
network
me?
is not just. Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't think you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Damola, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Wow.
Damola, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Ah,
can hear you.
wow, for this network. Oh.
It's network.
It's going off and on, off and on. Okay. Have you tried the Bosun? While we're on now, let me. But oh my, well, we must apologize for the break in transmission. It's from our end in the network connection and all that. We are back with you, and this is Niger Trends, where we talk about trending stories within the Nigerian space and where you can have any of the visible, be brief and as much as possible. Say your mind. Well, on Niger Trends, you can share your thoughts with us. The number is 0913-697-3485. You can let's hear your views. Hear your counterpoint. Let's hear your argument, hear your statement. It's 0913-697-3485. And you can SMS, but you can do WhatsApp and WhatsApp messages. Uh, if you have problem getting through. And the number is 0810-713-7559. Number to use for WhatsApp is 0810-713-7559. Thank you. Okay, Damola is back, and perhaps Bosun will get through to us. On Niger Trend this morning, we start with an interesting bit from a professor of strategy and development. What is the Professor tell us that? Okay, there it is. It said PDP's decline weakens Nigeria's opposition. Professor Kila. Professor Anthony Kila has warned that the crisis within the People's Democratic Party is weakening Nigeria's opposition and democratic alliance, balance. Speaking on Channel TV, he described the PDP as once the country's only truly national party, noting that its decline is a setback for. Hiller blamed the party for failing to build a stronger position structure while in power and advised the ruling APC to learn from this, stressing that political power is temporary and must be managed responsibly. That's, that seems a sound advice, don't you think so, Damola?
Very, very sound one. Very sound one. Because I don't know. Nowadays, even those that have been in power before, they want power returned to them just like that, without without building anything, without any foundation, or just I mean, that's the culture we now have. Everybody just wants power to come to them. The person in power now, he has been planning for how many years, decades, and he came. So you plan your own too. Nobody will come and form your party for you. Nobody will come and plan for you in your party. And it's a very sound advice. I mean, it's one of those advice during the week I heard, and I said yes, yes. This is a true Nigerian, not an hypocrite. Before anybody now says that they are scattering anything and stuff like that one, as if
Mhm.
as if you can hold your own and say no, I'm not going to be part of this. I'm going to be different. But everybody just wants
Mm.
power at all cost.
Okay, okay. I think it's a very pertinent point for looking at now. If you don't support, not really support, if you don't allow opposition to breathe, you may end up being in a position years down. Yeah, as a party may end up being in
Mhm.
a position years down, and then the field is choked because you did not build the institution to support such. Which was very 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 endemic thing. MPN never knew it will not rule that promise, and therefore every voice of opposition was shut down. So APC should learn from that experience. Don't emasculate the opposition. Don't choke them out of space, because one day, once somehow you may become opposition in the future, and then you find yourself in a chokehold where you can breathe. It's a sound advice. Okay, moving on. Let's go to Soludo. It's just been re-inaugurated as Anambra State Governor. Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo says the Monday sit at home in the southeast is effectively over, citing improved security in the state. Speaking at his second term inauguration, Soludo said businesses, schools, and public services have resumed normal activities. He credited the progress to security operations, new laws targeting criminal groups, adding that dozens of camps have been dismantled. The sit at home began as protests linked to the detention of pro Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu. Is that a bogus statement, or just bold and an enforceable statement that indeed it has stopped because of the way he dealt with the market people, the way he dealt with the school children and all that? Eh, is it an overstretch to say the entire southeast is no longer under the grip of iPod and ENS and all those groups?
No, 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 no. Well, when Soludo was making that statement, he was making it for only Anambra, not for the entire southeast. And I believe he's one of those governors that has his head in the right places, because anybody that has been
Okay.
to the southeast in recent times will know that that thing is extremely devastating, and
Peace.
it's making
Sorry,
people.
just speak for Anambra. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's speaking by yourself, and it's making. If you go to the southeast, you will not. If you are observant enough, you will just notice that people keep on um, coming out of the southeast in troves to the southwest, to the north. I mean, that thing it's emasculating the economy of that place, and he's one of those people that we speak and we act on it, because I believe most of those politicians in the southeast, they are just hypocrites, waiting to ride on the wave of on hypocrisy to get to power. So he's one of those people that I admire, and that is has his head in the right places, like I said.
Yeah, right. Okay. Soludo, Professor Soludo, he has to be fair place, or else there'll be long talk about his credentials and all that. And I think he has his eyes in higher office. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, our next story is about what the president has done, which many governors have also done. The president has directed all political appointees seeking elective office in 2027 to resign on or before March 31. The directive affects ministers, advisors, and heads of government agencies. The presidency says the move is in line with the Electoral Act and aimed at ensuring transparency and a level playing field ahead of party primary. So affected officials are expected to submit their resignation letters through the office of the Secretary General of the Government of the Federation. I think it's appropriate. March 31st is about how many days ago? About 10 days ago. Away.
A few
Okay.
days to go to.
Yeah.
It's an
Okay.
interesting one for the president. Extremely interesting one. I keep on telling people this guy he knows the game. He knows the game, and He knows that when people are holding political offices, they could easily coerce and foment trouble. So he's telling them, okay, come
Yeah.
out. Don't hold any. Okay, just come out. Come and play on the field. And I know that he loves grassroots politicking. So he wants genuine representation. That's what he wants because everybody
Okay,
around him keeps on saying that. Yeah, that's what he wants. He
but the
wants genuine
but the
representation.
but the but the constitution is a little bit funny. I wish I could see hear Bosun's response. He says everybody interested in elective office. He is also interested in the next election. Will he now
No,
resign?
he was
Will
not
he?
appointed. He was elected. He was not
Oh, okay,
appointed.
because they
He's
were
talking about
appointed. Okay, I get it.
yeah,
I get that. Those
yeah.
for
He's
appointees.
talking about political appointees. He's talking about
I
political
get that.
appointees.
Okay, so he
Yeah,
was politically elected. Hmm. Okay,
elected.
now.
Yeah. So
Okay, now.
everybody that has been appointed by anybody should go and resign. And
So to
if you are
vacate the
interested,
office.
yeah,
The next 10 days will be very interesting. Looking at who will resign, you know, speculation on who will stay, and
extremely interesting.
because after
Extremely
31st,
interesting.
you are not
I'm
eligible
waiting.
to
I'm
contest.
waiting to see the names. I'm waiting to see the
Yeah,
names.
yeah,
Extremely
it's
interesting.
interesting. It's interesting. Okay, and now let's talk about the UK visit. The UK, Tinubu's UK visit. There are many angles to it. I would take two. The first one is from one of his critics, one of his major critics. I'm sure you are his critic also. Human rights activist Omoyele Sowore has criticized President Bola Tinubu's visit to the United Kingdom, describing it as a diplomatic excursion with little benefits to Nigeria. He was speaking on Channels Television. He questioned the value of frequent foreign trips, arguing they have not translated into tangible investment outcomes. He also suggested the cost of such visits outweighs any gains, insisting that a stable domestic environment will attract investors without the need for extensive overseas travel. Do you share Shore's condemnation of that trip?
No, sir. I don't. Well, he's entitled to his opinion. I love the man for his consistency. That's one thing I love him for. Right from our student days, I love the man for his consistency.
Which
But
man?
he's
Shore or
entitled
Tinubu?
to. Yeah, Shogure,
Okay.
he has been consistent. Yeah, he has been consistent with what he believes in and with how he does things. But I believe, when you come to the arena of real politicking, maybe because he's not experienced, he has just been an activist all his life. Because the reality of on ground, it's different when you are in, but you are out looking in.
Okay.
It's not the same. Yeah, and there is this thing about when the president when he landed in the UK and the Maduguri incident happened, and I just something just dropped in my mind that this is, and people kept on saying, "Hey, come back," and stuff like that. I said we should be careful. We should think deeply because there is something we call cognitive framing, and that and the Yorubas will talk about that that adage that àjẹké lánàá ọmọkùnrin ni tàbí o mọ̀ pé àjẹ tó ké lánàá ló pa ọmọ èní jẹ and stuff like that one. Yeah, we could argue around it. And I looked at it. Some people are not really happy with what is happening. Some people are hell bent on making this nation go back. Some they are blocking the loopholes for money to be siphoned for, and they are not happy. They are not happy at all, and they
Damola,
are
can I ask
spending.
you? Can I
Yes, sir.
ask you, off your last statement, do you think the country is moving forward?
Do I think the country is moving forward, sir?
Yes, you said some are bent on pushing the
Yes,
country
yeah,
back.
yeah.
But do you think it's moving forward?
Yes, not at the pace I would like it to move forward. Not at that pace, no. But there is always a positive when we
Mm.
are looking at things. Except we just want to blanket it that no, we are not. We like we will say, we are not where we are supposed to be, but we are not where we were before.
Okay.
We are nowhere, and if we are going to be sincere with ourselves, we are just we are just we are just acceding responsibility to other people, and we are not taking responsibility for ourselves. I mean, in just so few days ago, I was saying it in my area that it's everybody's responsibility to be accountable.
Mm.
And something happened, and they took me out of the loop because they knew that if I was in that loop, I will not allow money to be shared. I will not allow things to run the way they wanted to run it.
Mm.
And it was
Mm.
something that
Mm.
and
Definitely.
I was reminded that just few days ago here we were talking about it, and look at this, what's happening again. That
Mm.
it's Nigerians are very, very funny people. We are hypocrites. We want things to be
Mm.
rosy, but when it comes to us taking the responsibility to do the same thing, we will not. We are just looking out for ourselves. We are so self-centered, so selfish that it beggars
Wow.
belief that we now want the country to move forward. Because
Okay.
the average Nigerian will tell you that if the politician brings money, he will take it. You are compromised already when you
Let's
take it.
thank
The
you.
average Nigerian will
Let's receive this call. Hello. The line is gone. Please keep on trying. Thank you, Damola. Let's try again. Hello. Good morning. Morning, my brother. Mm.
The president is a good man. I want him to show that grassroots by making sure that people are not being harassed. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Except we want to behave like the ostrich. Governors are oppressing people. And the president, all he needs to do is just to make a speech to tell them that they should allow, everybody to play the game.
A level playing field. Yeah.
Because being grassroots means that you are ready to make sure that democracy is at the core. It's not this one that governors are saying no other party should campaign, and the president is there and he pretends that this is not seeing it.
Pastor Ambrose, which governors can you identify that? You have only written.
In the way where I live here, there is a very popular guru who came to my house. He was telling me something them. Because you remember when APC wanted to have their whatever in the country? They disrupted them. It's like that all over. In Edo State, the same thing. In Benue State, when Obi wanted to,
Hello. Please, Pastor Ambrose, you can call, but I don't know what the line went off. It was making reference to, I mean, the reference to disruptions of political campaigns by other parties. And he mentioned the Cotton, I mean, somewhere in Cotton, and vis-a-vis Miss Lagos, and then in Edo State, in Benue State, uh, disruptions when other parties are not allowed to hold their meetings or even talk of campaigning. So it was saying if indeed the president is a grassroots man, he should I mean, tell the governors to let there be a level playing field. I mean, it's called democracy for a reason.
Yeah, he has a point, Uncle Faj. He has a point, but I would like to look at it this way. You are dragging the president here, the president there, 36. People should, like I said, people should take responsibility, accountability for their area. Nobody, we have a saying that nobody can stop an idea whose time has come. If you are popular, you are popular. If you are not, you are not. And social media has a way of amplifying these things, so that it will now seem as if one man is somewhere. And no, he is only digging his own grave. That's the truth. If you are in the opposition, and shenanigans will always happen every time. But if you are the person, you are the person, no matter what. Like we always tell people, go out, campaign vigorously, make sure you know what you are doing on that your people are on ground. At the end of the
Well,
day,
how do you,
people don't rig. People don't rig
well,
where they are not, where they are coming from.
how do you campaign? Kamal, how do you campaign under such atmosphere of threats and harassment?
Okay.
If
I will give you
thugs
an
come
instance.
and start picking you up and all that,
I will give you an instance, sir. I will give you an instance, sir. During the time Obani Koro was campaigning for Lagos State Governor, and it was PDP that was Obasanjo that was the president. The popular saying across Lagos was Kosiko Oro Kosibo. In Oshodi, yeah, it was physical, as in people were attacked physically. But at the end of the day, what happened? People and the opposition still campaigned. People's houses have been visited one after the other to make sure that they will not come out, they will not campaign, and stuff like that one. But at the end of the day, what happened? The resoluteness of the people, it overcame everything. So I understand that these things will happen, but we should just not magnify them. We should not amplify it more than how it's up. Then it was bad. I mean, they brought loads and loads of mopo. I'm talking because this is the area I live in. I'm talking about Oshodi. They brought loads and loads of mopo into Oshodi. They were beating so-called AD stalwarts and stuff like that one. I mean, we knew that it was from the PDP. Some of us that were neutrals, we knew. I mean, people were killed. And funny enough, that singular act, just trust this popular person, MC Oluomo, into the limelight, because he was working for the opposition then. He trusted him into the limelight. He stood his ground. I mean, he was running here and there and stuff like that. When they kept on mobilizing till the night of the election, and people came out, they voted. So it will always happen.
Your point is
it will always happen. It's
valid, but it's a circumstance or situation that we should try and eradicate. We can't go on with this.
Yeah, that's what we should try and do.
Harassment and all that. It's not right.
Yeah, that's what we should try and do. Eradicate and create a level playing field. But I can tell you, sir, that most often time there is no level playing field in politics. There is always one thing or the other. I mean, shenanigans been happening everywhere. That we've heard of opposition parties not being able to use the same stadium that was built by the people's money. They were locked out of it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, but we should we should not encourage you. It should be stopped. So that
and that was what Killer was. That was what Killer was implying. Let democracy flourish. Who will win. If you let the flow of the electorate be activated, those who will win. Those who will lose. So lose gallantly, or win, or be victorious. Why manipulate the system? At the end of the day, because voter apathy, people will discuss the process and all sorts. Well, anyway, let's take a short break and come back. Hopefully, Bosun will be around with us. Then okay. Before we leave, let me quickly do the context of this Tokunbo's UK visit. It says President Bola Tinubu and the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu have been hosted with full state honors by King Charles. They already back in the country in any visit, the first by a Nigerian leader in nearly 4 decades. Um, Featured a ceremonial welcome at Windsor Castle, including a military parade and state banquet. The trip also included high-level talks with British officials aimed at strengthening diplomatic, economic, and security ties between both countries. Arising from that, the president says Nigeria has moved out of a period of economic uncertainty and is on the path to recovery. It was this at a state visit. The president expressed optimism that the country's future and urged Nigerians to remain hopeful. He also highlighted ongoing reforms and international partnerships, including a major financial financing deal to modernize key ports in Lagos as part of efforts to strengthen the economy. And I went on the social media, especially on Facebook, and there's all kinds of castigation about that same agreement about the 734 million pounds sterling support that some called a loan that's and others said it's an agreement like a PPP kind of a thing, and then the deportation agreement that some erroneously thought it was like all kinds of foreigners will be or criminal foreigners will be dumped here. The opposition say, I mean, the other party saying, no, they are basically our own criminal, our own homegrown criminals, or unofficial, illegal migrants that will be returned. You know, there's so much distrust of government and its pronouncement, and you know, the whole trip is cloaked in all kinds of suspicion, and and that's why you hear people like Shiwore disclaiming the entire thing, and others hopeful that things will shape up. I was asking you about moving forward or not forward.
Hmm.
Tinubu appears to be very, very optimistic of the future, and many of you, his, his citizens, don't seem to share his enthusiasm because we got on the streets or in the marketplace or at home, things are not looking right. You know, especially when you consider the cost of transportation, cost of fuel, uh, and other indices of poverty index and all that. It doesn't sound comforting. I mean, we are not as optimistic as the president. I don't know about you, Damola.
Uncle Fudge, see, I what let me say it here. I'm optimist too, incredibly optimist. But like I said, I feel we are just pointing fingers at others without dealing with ourselves. I remember vividly when the Iraq-US war started, and prices of fuel was jumping up. The next thing we had was that people went to buy to hoard, to
Hmm.
sell to fellow human beings that didn't have the money. The next thing we saw was that fuel stations were locking up, waiting
Hmm.
so that the same fuel they bought at maybe 600 and something naira will jump to 1,000 something before they start selling.
Yeah.
And Nigerians
Hmm.
were looking at them. They were now shouting the government. They told us before that the ratio of police to the people is so low. We need to be ourselves police. I mean, these things that's happening around us. It is not ghosts that are doing them. They are our brothers, they are our sisters, they are our cousins, they are our family, and we are keeping quiet. Now blaming the government. And if you
Hmm.
ask the next person that is doing it, the next person that you know that is doing it, that you are holding fuel, you are doing this, you say it's business,
Hmm.
killing the people. I mean, I went to the streets and I looked at it. Rice was less than 50,000 naira. Formerly, it was more than 90,000 naira. But people refuse to sell the same rice they are buying less than 50,000 naira to resell. People refuse to resell at a cheaper rate. Transporters, when fuel was 900, 1,000, they increased the transport money. When it became less than 750, they didn't revert back. Why? Who is doing it? Government. I mean, we need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to stop being hypocrites. Government is not from the moon. It's not from the Mars. They came from us. So that we don't let's just keep on blaming one person. We are all to be blamed. We're a unique set of people. We like blaming others while we love playing the saints, and it's tiring. It's annoying even. It's tiring. It's annoying. I mean, people around me now, they when they see me coming, they'll say people should keep quiet. That I'm coming now. That because I will keep on telling them you are the blame. You bought something at the market for how many this thing? You came to the street, you came to sell it how much? I mean, make marginal gain and then move on. You want to build a house on what you bought for how much? And you are impoverishing the others because of your own selfishness.
We are our own problems.
Yeah, we are our own problem. Tinubu is not our problem. We are our own problem. If today a sizable majority of the electorate, if they raise up their voice and they say this is how we want to go, the government will listen.
Hello. Okay, thank you, Damola. The caller is back. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, we are appealing to the management of TopRadio. Let them do something about it. You know, I was talking the other time and the phone went off.
Yes, you're right.
Your analyst was trying to defend, the president. And I understand, and he's saying he's neutral. He's not. He's not neutral. With due respect, he's not neutral. So, all these things that he's saying, see, we're all clever. We're all educated. And we know what is right. But let him, convince those who want to listen to him, not people like us, who have facts to show what we are saying. Look at this. The president, you asked him a question. Is Nigeria moving forward? He said not the way he likes. Let him state where Nigeria has moved forward. Is it in the area of darkness? Is it in the area of security? Is it in the area of economy? Is it in the area of our bad and desirable roads? Is it in the area of democracy itself? Let him come and explain to Nigerians how Nigeria is moving forward. It's not just by rhetoric. We are talking. See, if we continue like this, we'll never make a headway because we love this person, because we want to protect the interest of this person. That's exactly what I see. And it's not going to help anybody. This man went to UK. What did he go to UK to do? Yeah? What did he go to UK to do? Then they said on this mandate they stand. You see, let's call it state by its name. Things are not working in this country, and we can see it. People cannot vote. The voters registration now, they have not brought it closer to this. People are just saying, come out and vote. But most of the people who are eligible to vote, to become to vote this thing. Bless you. I have somebody to talk to. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Damola, I hope you heard him.
Yeah, clearly.
Making it
clearly. I understand. I understand. He's like I will always say, it's a democracy, so everybody we have their say. It's entitled to his
opinion.
I had an incident here, sir. In annex staff that we have been paid the government money, they were supposed to come by 8. They came by 1. They left by 3. The next day they came again by 1. When they wanted to start leaving, I videoed them. I told them if they leave that place, they are going to lose their job and going to make a mess of it. That's why are you making people wait for you? I mean, it's the journey from their office to this place was less than 5 minutes. So why are you making people wait? So what are you doing in the office? What were you doing in the office? I mean, they were shocked because they didn't know that someone was going to hold them accountable. But at the end of the day, who are we going to blame? The president. And funny enough, public service is one of the sweetest job you can have, because before they can sack you, there are series of bureaucracy. It's not a private company. So the president can't even say, you will go to court now. You will go to court. It's a democracy. You go to court. So, like I said, let's try and look inward before we look outwards.
We thank the caller and we thank our analysts. Yeah. We speak on different divides and different positions, and maybe Pastor Ambrose will not be right to call him that is not neutral. It is no neutral position that he has stated, and you also state yours. Anyway, I think let's wrap this up. I want to do Let's Rewind, that busters of yesteryear. I haven't done it in weeks. This is an Hello, Damola, are you back? Damola, can you hear me? Damola, can you hear me? Hello, Damola, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry, did you hear the piece I read about the sanitation exercise?
No, I didn't. You are off here then.
Okay, I'll just reintroduce it so you can have your comment. That may be our last day. Okay, I was reading before you went off here, Damola, about Lagos State saying that the newly reintroduced sanitation exercise will no longer. I'm trying to get in Bosun's around, but Bosun's coming so late in the day. It will no longer restrict movement during the exercise. Environment Commissioner Tokunbo have explained that the focus is now on building a culture of cleanliness rather than enforcing compliance through restrictions. They used to beat people who find themselves in the roads between, I think it's 6 and 8 or 6 and 10. He said the state has developed strategies to ensure effectiveness without infringing on residents' rights. The sanitary exercise is scheduled to hold every month from the 25th of April, I believe 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. It's part of effort to improve environmental standards in the state. And it's just joining us when we are 5 minutes to the end of this segment. Legal expert, uh, Osifowora, you are welcome. Uh,
Good morning.
I don't know
Good morning,
if
Uncle
you
Paz.
were
Good
listening
morning.
to us on radio. And
I was. It was hard to
um,
connect.
yes, yes, we have been disconnected about 3 or 4 times here too. Okay, your opinion about our friends' effort to reintroduce sanitation exercise in Lagos?
No, I think it's a fantastic effort because but you see, it's not about making it just the introduction of the sanitation. It's about making people own a cleanliness kind of culture. Because if you look at Lagos in the past 1, 2 months, it's been a couple of months now, it's been very horrible. The way our people go about disposal of waste and all that, that's one. And then there's something the
So,
government has also done. There were 2 cases, litigation that went up to appeal court for this thing, particularly on restriction of movement. So there was one case that challenged the exercise of sanitation itself, which the court actually stated that, see, there's a law backing up the state in putting up the exercise. So that's one. And the state won that. But the second one was the one by the Leonard Senior Advocate, Ebunade. So where they raised the issue of restriction of movement. And he came based on the provisions of the fundamental rights, that freedom to move about and everything. So what the state has done is to be careful in reintroducing the sanitation exercise by taking out the issue of restriction and also ensuring that this time around, let the people own this thing, because really people have not been very cooperative with waste disposal, management of waste and all that. You see people come from their homes and then they come and use the media as a place where they dispose of waste, which is not particularly nice, and it's not in tandem with the mega city thing that Lagos is trying to come up with. So also, one of the things the commissioner also raised was the issue that the PSP operators, most of them had issues because they've changed the locations of where the end point for dumping of refuse. So some of them had issues. They had to bring in Loma to do the job. So I think it's an effort in the right direction, and let's just hope they keep it up and do it well.
we don't have enough state-owned or local government-owned dumpsters that people can go outside of their house and dump things in. Where do you want them to go without the help of these mobile trucks, this PSP sewage disposal thing? We'll be in problem. So the government,
Yes.
I mean, even local government, I'm sure local government does not know that they ought to be in charge of all these sewage
The
disposal and
local
all that.
government,
That's all.
those ones
You
don't
go some
really know
streets, you don't
much.
see any public dumpster.
Yes, so the idea is this. One of the things I had the commissioner say was, I think in one of his interviews, they raised the issue at Ojota and all that. And one of the things he said was that place was actually an outskirt of town. But with development and the real estate, we built and met the dump there. But what he also said was that they are now decommissioning the place. So they're going to take out the entire Olusosun dump, and then they've reassigned to Ekpe and somewhere in Badagry. Those will be the major places. Now, but for the tractors, I mean the contractors and the PSP people.
Wow. We're having issues with our call. We're having issues with our crew.
Audio.
We have problems. The
Wow.
audio problems. Audio. You know, gentlemen, let us just cover our shame today with music. I'm rewinding to 1960. You know, so maybe that will not disappoint. That will not disappoint. I want to use this moment to thank that Damala has been going up, on and off for like 7 times in the last 1 hour. He's gone off again, you know, and then he's back.
Uncle Fudge. Uncle Fudge.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Like
a quick one before we round up. The government, Lagos State government is not doing well as per waste disposal. They are playing too much politics. We need to say it. It has been abysmal, and the infighting that has been happening simply because party members want to be PSP waste disposal people. It has really affected waste disposal in Lagos, and the governor should do something about it. Let me not call on the president. The governor should do something about it because it's the state. Let me not call the president before I.
Well,
it's an inherited problem.
And they're not even aware of it.
No, Bosun, it was not. That thing was just poorly done. It was not. They created the problem for themselves in Lagos. So let them solve it for themselves. They created the problem for themselves in Lagos. I don't want to say too much here. They created it for themselves. Let them solve it. Let them solve it. Because for the past 2 weeks, for the past 2.5 weeks now, I think no PSP has been to the area. You need to see the whole place filled with, and it's an epidemic waiting to happen. It's an epidemic waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And when it's happening now, we'll not start running letter skelter.
Yeah. So I think what the state,
even inside
what
the
the state has done. What the state has done is, the PSP operators are the ones that are supposed to actually handle the state, but they have actually deployed trucks from Loma. So Loma is now trying to augment the defect and the let me not say incompetence, but the failings of the PSP operators. So the state has actually stepped in, though the effort is a bit slow, but the state has stepped in to actually ensure that they clear up all the areas where the PSPs are failing. So it's about alerting them.
What happened to the other people that were doing it very well before? They reshared
let's not go into the politics of the.
Don't let us say too much here. What happened to them? What happened to them? They were doing it effectively. Every week. They are doing it effectively. Now we have 3 weeks.
Okay, let us just get something clear. Let us get something clear for the sake of people listening to us. So now this sanitation exercise that will start next month, and now people can move freely.
Yes, it's without restriction.
Yes.
People can move
without restriction. Yeah, without restriction. Yes.
Okay, so there will be no enforcement. Why are you walking? Why are you on the street? Why are you?
No.
Now,
nothing of such.
You have encroached on my music time, so you have already protected me. Okay, let's quickly finish the whole thing. So let's say you know one of the things I hate about this sanitation thing is people will unblock their gutters. People will pack things from their home. They will do all sorts of that and put it on the street, waiting for collection, and it will be there on the road for days. And rains will come, and everything will slow back into the gutters and all that, and the whole place will be messy. Sometimes when you go to Surulere, when there's rainfall, the debris that will come from the gutters, you will see all kinds of stuff, rubbish, littering all over the place, like junkyard. The entire street will look like junkyard. I'm sure, Bosun, you live in Surulere, you'll bear me witness to
Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware. So the effort on the part of the government is far and in between, sincerely speaking. But I think one of the initiatives is they've seen the lapses, and from because I followed the commissioner. I listened to him. He went around almost all the stations, and he was trying to say a lot of things. And one of the examples, I mean, one of the things he said, which is in the pipeline, and any moment from now they start churning it out, is this idea of having different waste bins for different waste is one of the things that the Lagos state government is trying to do. And then, if you see, I know I'm aware of Surulere and a few places I've been to where they have this massive thing at the beginning of every street where you put plastics. If you watch this thing that Uncle Pat just complained of, back in the day, the canals used to be flooded with plastics or fizzy drinks and all that. But with the introduction of that thing, it's been largely reduced. What we just need is compliance on the part of our people, because our people don't really comply. Most times when I go on the street, when I see people drop things, sometimes I park, I call them, hey, you, look at dustbin in front of you. Just throw it there. What does it cost you? So we don't have that culture of cleanliness.
I hate that. They all drop
we do.
road.
We do.
So these are things. They say in Japan, you hold in Japan. They don't have
people have no sense of decorum about taking care of the space around them. They just throw things around. It's so terrible.
In fact, they said in Japan they don't have public bins. Your waste, you put it in your bag, you go and put it in your house. Very clean.
How long will it take us to get to that level?
The one that is funny, Uncle Faj, is that there is bin in your front. It's just like these people. You see people cross express road under a pedestrian bridge.
The expressway, that was the
what kind of
right on
do you want to die?
The bridge, they'll be running across.
Bosun, that one that you mentioned, you are shaking the table.
Maybe I used to think maybe there's some miscreants on this bridge disturbing them, or
something like that.
People saying they are tolling the place and all that. But you see, you actually run and endanger your life.
Endanger yourself.
Right the pedestrian bridge.
You know where that thing is funny most. When you are coming into Lagos from that Mowe axis, you will see the pedestrian bridge. And you get to the front and you see people are not using the pedestrian bridge. That the one causing the hold up.
And that the ones causing the traffic. So people will see waste bins and still throw something on the floor.
Oh God.
So
they're not even aiming for it. They'll just drop it near their car. I like what they do to them in one state.
We are a special breed.
You saw Uncle Fad, do you remember? Uncle Fad, do you remember the guy? A few people that were caught, they would drive with their car, waste in their car, and go and dump it inside canal, or
go and dump refuse on the road.
Who does this?
Yeah.
How much does it? How much do you pay PSP? It's minimal.
Nigerians are the one who does this.
So we should
we're peculiar people.
Have the culture of keeping our litter off the road.
I think the state needs
banana. They drop the pills on the road. They are taking soft drink from plastic. They drop it on the road carelessly. Those who are driving, they fling it out. No, it's not right. It's not right.
The state needs serious advocacy, continuous one. And with a bit of sanction, because I think Nigerians only respond to when you wield the big stick, because it doesn't, it beats imagination how some people do some things, and you just wonder why. Government is making efforts. Okay.
This thing you suggested now, I wrote about it in 1994.
Whoa.
1994. I've now written about it at least 10 or 12 times. That's 32 years, and we are still doing it. Nigerians don't read, don't listen, don't do anything. They
So
just do what
what's
they
what's the
like
way forward?
until they are sanctioned for it forcefully. Maybe they pay a penalty. Maybe they are stopped from doing this and that. Do they have to treat us like animals before we behave? No, let's be mindful of ourselves, of our environment. Let's take care of
Bosun,
it.
the way forward is for us to pay for every one of our infringements. For there not to be for there not to be sacred cows. Because if the law is selective, we will always keep on having this problem. That's the way forward. Because it's very funny. Yeah. Once people cross into Togo, they stop misbehaving.
They comply.
Togo, they comply you. They will comply you. So the way forward is for us not to have the law work. Once you have infringed, you pay. You will not go and call someone and so that person will be calling that person and will be saying
sanction only works. Sanction only works on us. Oh my, gentlemen, you have deprived me of my old school music today, and we have therefore come to the end of. I mean, Bosun, you cheated us. You came so late, though you blame.
I came in earlier. It went off by so. I'm sorry,
your
sir.
shadow. I saw your shadow. So we look forward to next week by the grace of God. I want to find out quickly like 2-3 minutes if you have any updates on the Koyi cemetery thing.
Yes, it's been done. It's been done. Defense. It's been built up. Yes. It's been done.
Oh, it's been done. Oh,
it's been done.
So we should thank the, I suspect that's the local government, the Koyi local government, whatever they are called now. You have LCDA all over the place. Thank you so much for mending that fence and preserving the dignity of the dead. And the next prayer is to work on our government to increase the dignity of the living so that we can enjoy truly the dividends of democracy. You know, gentlemen, can you give us your final words today? Especially to Nigerians who are grumbling about why president is traveling, why is he doing state visit, why is the defense minister in UK or the NSA UK, and we're having problems in Maiduguri and all that. You know, and those who are complaining about the unlevel playing field politically speaking. Your final words, gentlemen.
Let's keep hope alive. We'll still get the Nigeria of our dreams.
For me, let's hold ourselves.
Your last words today, Bosun. I don't know what's keeping Damola.
Yeah, no, this is me, Damola. I'm saying let's hold ourselves accountable and let's do unto others as we want them to do.
Amen. Damola, how about you?
That was mine. Bosun is off the air.
Oh, okay. What you call your mind? Yours. I didn't hear it. So we'll take it in good faith. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for keeping it up to this very moment. It's been very daunting. And your callers out there, thank you. Especially Pastor Ambrose that kept on formuling the line to get through. We'll sort it out soon. It's like Nigeria. We keep hope alive. This will get better. We hope to see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend and stay blessed. Oh my.
My husband is right. Are you okay? Oh, wow.
Oh, girl.
Never say that.
Never say that.
You are so okay. Wow, my husband, I'm so proud.
Oh, girl. Thank God.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank God.
That was not easy at all.